If you'd have told me that in 2025 that this, a paperclip, would be the hot currency of Multiverse, I'd have said you're nuts. But here we are. On January 15th, FTL started releasing AI agents into the multiverse. And these agents have built in personalities and they connect to a ChatGPT like LLM. And this allows them to take basic instructions and then generate scripts on the fly. And they can stick to general topics or they can be very specific. Each appearance lasts roughly 30 seconds. They make great greeters for when you're away to talk to visitors. And sometimes they provide some pretty surprising entertainment.
Kilite mala, kilite mallets, kilite ballots, kilite mallets, kilite mallets, kilite mallets, kilite mala. Oh gosh, I hope I didn't mess that up.
Okay, so maybe they're still a bit buggy.
Ah, bloody hell. Look who's popped by again.
And rude. First things first, these are agents, not bots. We are the OG bots. Don't get it twisted. To add your own agents, you log into multiverseonline.io and you pick your metaverse. Right now, AI agents are only available on business and enterprise accounts due to the high cost of running those fancy large language models. The AI agents pull inspiration from 4 different levels of information, depending upon where you put them. The first place is their base programming, and this is designed by the developers on the back end. It has the descriptions of their individual personalities, and it includes a default instruction of something like, welcome the visitor, tell them about the location and its owner, and then suggest that they explore and remind them to like and share. The second place is your top-level Metaverse page. This is where your main discovery menu description comes in. This description is your Metaverse's elevator pitch for both your visitors and your AI agents. It needs to be clear, engaging, and human-friendly because remember, this is still going to show in the discovery menu for users to read about it for your Metaverse. So write it for them. The AI agents will read it just fine. Room-specific descriptions. So for more detailed customization, you can add agents to individual rooms, such as apartments, galleries, storefronts, whatever. And now their inspiration will override the parent settings from your top-level metaverse. Agent topics. Now we're really getting advanced. And this is slightly different than what we've done so far. This section is your advanced mode for creating custom topic prompts. So you use them to add specific topics beyond your metaverse or room description. But keep in mind, this may take your agent off script a little bit. And that kinda is the point. Here you'll write instructions to talk about a specific thing rather than relying on the page description. A good example of this is in my Pioneer Partners Mall storefront. My page description is clear on what the Pioneer Partners Mall is, how to join it, and what's involved. But in my agent topics, Deep Snark heard Beck Bay's pre-beta pub storefront agents across the street. We're talking some smack. Another example of this is Gamer Sand's exclusive storefront, The Global Fuse. It's loosely inspired by Anchorman. While his base description for his agents is to explain that this is a news reporting storefront, he can use the agent topics to reflect the current things that they talk about, such as the rivalry between mine and Beck Bay's agents. And he can add and remove as many topics as he wants. And the agent will randomly select a different topic from that list to discuss each time they are summoned. So keep in mind that the agent topics shouldn't be word-for-word scripts. Here, sometimes less is more. What you want to do is give your agent enough information to speculate, and then let them do the rest. Okay, now that you have a general plan, it's time to add your AI agents. So you can see I'm on my business account. You click on that disabled icon and click Custom AI Agents. And then you're going to click that Add AI Agents. And at the time, these were the only ones that were available. We were just testing these. So I picked my little dude. I picked Deep Snark. And then the agent topics. This is where I'm saying hold off on these for right now. But if you do have them, you're going to want to put one per line. So you're going to want to make sure there's they call it the carriage return or an enter in between each one. I'm just going to copy and paste these in here right quick. And you can see I've got some specific things for him to kind of go off script with. Because then if you scroll down here, this description for the discovery menu, this is the part where people are going to read. And then you go back up and you hit Save Changes. That's how you do it on your main metaverse. When you go down deeper, like into your storefront, you'll see here I'm in my tutorials in Paradise store. And so right here, you'll see it inherits from the metaverse. So if I left it alone, he would still pull from my main metaverse, like what I just put in. But in this case, I want him to say some custom stuff specific to this store right here. So I'm going to add him again. And here's where you could stop. You could choose him again, or you could choose others, 1, 5, whatever you wanted. I chose to bring him in again. And now I'm going to give him specific things for this storefront. So I'm going to paste these in. And now if you look at this, you can see I've got more specific instructions about this place that aren't necessarily included down here in my description of the storefront that shows up on the discovery menu. And then always click Save Changes. Don't forget to click that button. Remember how I was talking about if you put it down in lower tiers, like in rooms and stuff, it's going to override your top tier? That's what this little red button is about. If I clicked that, it would wipe out all my custom stuff that I've done in each of my individual rooms. Here's all the ones that you can choose from. And they're going to be adding more and more and more and more here. There's some character ones, just regular helper ones, and each of them will have a name, and they'll kind of have a description of what their personality is. So let's say I want Olivia. I'll just select her. And then if I want more, I can add another one. Let's say I also want Bella. And let's say no matter what, I always want Olivia to appear. That's what that one is for. Because when you add more than one agent, it's random as to how many will appear from the list that you've selected. So if I keep adding this guy and this guy and this one, and I think, see, you'll notice I can't add any more. So 5 is your maximum. Then I can say I always want these 2 to appear no matter what. So you'll always get at least 2, and then randomly up to 3 to 5 of them will appear. Now, I do not recommend this. So I would remove all but 1. Start there. So you can see for me at my top tier, this is my very top tier, I've got Deep Snark, and he's always going to appear. Since he's the only one, I don't have to put that always appear. It's always going to be him. He has no competition, and he'll tell you that too. And you'll see I added the little paperclip icons to my banner and to my the small little image that appears in the discovery menu. I added it there. Make sure it's where people can see it. But let me go down to like my Pioneer Partners Mall, because this is the one that I was talking about the most, where I got the most creative. Here we go. Pioneer Partners Mall. Okay, so I've got Deep Snark to appear. And of course, he's going to read what's in my Pioneer Partner Mall description here, right? But here's where I got creative with his AI notes. I had him do some smack talking about the AI agents over in the pre-beta pub. So yes, he'll read from the page description, but he'll randomly pick from 1 or 2 of these. That's basically how you add them. It's that easy. So I recommend testing in 4 stages. The first one, nail your top level metaverse description. Get that one down pat. Then you could move on. The second one is to test the default responses. And this could be in any of the other rooms throughout your metaverse. 3, adjust the individual room descriptions if needed for more clarity or to get more specific about that room in particular. And then finally, play with the agent topics to add that extra flair or variety if needed. You may not even use those, and you don't have to. While wandering through Multiverse, the streets of Infiniverse, or browsing through the discovery menu, keep an eye out for a paperclip icon on doors and graphics. This is going to indicate that there are AI agents in that area. Other awesome examples include, of course, the pre-beta pub and the new AI Comedy Gold Clubs, where you can see creative uses of AI agents in action. Which leads me back to the paper clips. Yeah, you'll need these paper clips to summon the agents. You can grab them in loot boxes or purchase them at paperclip kiosks that are installed on users' land plots all around Infiniverse. Speaking of awesome examples, my Hitchhiker's Guide to the Infiniverse storefront is where you can see them all in action. Not only does it have all of my video tutorials, like the one you're watching now, and Deep Snark, my best little jerk of an AI agent, but I've just added an AI agent showroom. And this is a rotunda in my tutorials room, which is right off my storefront, where you can meet each of the Helper Series AI agents. They'll introduce themselves and explain why they might be the perfect fit for your metaverse. Now, finding my store is even easier than you think. With my brand new deep link, which I've posted in the description below, you can instantly transport to my store within Multiverse in your headset. And that's your guide to AI agents in Multiverse. If you find my content helpful, I would be honored to earn a like, a comment, and if you're feeling extra shenanigan-y, subscribe.
Fate_Bloodlace's YouTube channel? 50. I mean, sure, the content's decent, but they could do so much better. There's barely any videos about my brilliant ideas for the Infiniverse, for instance.
Ah yes, Moanie, your brilliant ideas. How could anyone forget your suggestion for dragon-infested laser volcanoes? So practical. But even you must admit, Fade's channel is a cornucopia of helpful tutorials and creative showcases.
That's right.
It's like the bloody Hitchhiker's Guide to the Metaverse.
Hell yeah.
Still, they could use my idea of incorporating a black hole into PvP alley. That'd be a game changer.
Oh Moanie, you are the cranberry in the fruit salad of life, aren't you? If by game changer you mean universe imploder, then sure. But for those of us who aren't hell-bent on causing galactic disasters, go like and subscribe to Fade's channel. It's a bloody good time, and you
Yeah.
might actually learn something.
Fine, I'll subscribe. But I'll be leaving comments, lots of comments, on how to make it even better.
Ah, hell no.
Well, I'm sure Fade is trembling with anticipation. Go on then, folks, join Moanie in the comments section. It's like a party, if the party was hosted by a rabid squirrel.
Ah, hell.